Hello there, my name is John, and I am the host of Time Will Tell watch review, watch unboxing, and watchmaking channel. So today we have something a little special today. We have an unboxing of a European watch. Recently I went on a European trip with my wife, and just about the whole time I'm obsessing whether I'm going to buy a watch while in Europe. It's the first time I've ever been to Europe and kind of a lifetime milestone. The thought being, generally as a watch collector, we look for reasons to pick up a watch, and one of them is, lifetime milestone, lifetime achievement, things like that. So generally people will, just as an example, pick up a watch when their first child is born, or if they get a big promotion, or they graduate college. So all these things kind of end up leading to picking up a watch that's kind of a beacon of those achievements or those milestones. I scrolled around online before going on the trip to look at what I might be interested in. I also looked at just about every store, and trust me, there's a lot of watch shops in Europe as you're traveling through Europe. Mom and pop shops, jewelry shops, even shops inside of the airport or train stations while you're there that scream duty free, and then you're not going to have to pay any taxes. Of course, there's a little asterisk with that, but we're not going to talk about it in this video. So the whole time I'm looking at watches in the $1,000 to $2,000, even $3,000 range, and the whole time I couldn't pull the trigger until the last leg of my trip in Milan, Italy, where even before we get there, a couple days before we get there, my wife mentions to me, hey, there's a company called Unimatic, which had totally slipped my mind. I've seen Unimatic watches before. I've seen them in videos online. I've seen pictures of their watches, and it did dawn on me that that is definitely a European watch. It's created in Italy, and so yeah, here we are with a Unimatic. Now, the store itself was itty bitty. It's like compact. It's like a hole in the wall. You step in there, it's, well, for you, the customer, one room, and the walls are lined with their watches. I will add some pictures and stuff while I'm talking about this, just so you have an idea of what I'm talking about. So today we're unboxing and reviewing a standout piece from the world of microbrand watches, the Unimatic U1. If you're into minimalist, tool-inspired design and limited edition exclusivity, this is a watch you'll want to see close up. When visiting Milan over the New Year, I had the privilege of touring their flagship store and was not disappointed with the wide array of styles available. Even more now than there were, let's say, 5 years ago. They have a lot of styles that have a lot of color that are nicer for, say, summer wearing, and then they have a lot of tool-inspired dive and field watches available as well. Now, let's start with the packaging. Unimatic keeps things simple and utilitarian, just like their watches. This box is sturdy, relatively, right? I used this to travel through the rest of my trip and had no problems. It does have the branding up top. Inside, you'll find the U1 securely nestled. I'll show you in a moment, along with the warranty card, user manual, and a heavy-duty NATO strap. So let's get her open, just so you could see what I'm talking about. I will keep the warranty card information private, just so you know, because there's not really much purpose in me showing you that. And yeah, anywho. So as you could see, the watch comes in this little, it's like a somewhere in between a hard and soft case. It comes with a bunch of foam in it. It's pretty rigid. It does bend a little bit, but not very much. The case is nice. There's another watch, I think it's a field watch, and it comes in a big plastic case. I was kind of worried about getting that case instead of this one because you know, traveling throughout Europe, I didn't have a whole lot of space to pack extra items. We had already picked up a lot of souvenirs, so I kind of lucked out with this case here. The case is relatively small. It fits the watch nicely, and as you can see, the watch itself is fairly beefy. It's 41.5 mils in diameter at the bezel. The crown itself is fairly beefy, and you could feel in the hand it is pretty hefty. So once you have this in hand, you immediately notice the brushed 316L steel. I'm going to zoom in here really quick. The 316L stainless steel case is nice and heavy. It's got a lot of weight to it in the hand, which it tells me that they did not skimp on design or the fact that they are building a tool watch, and this thing needs to survive getting tossed around and some bruising, right? It's, again, as I said, it's 41.5 millimeters across with a matte black dial and bold luminous hour markers, right? You can see there. I'm going to remove this sticker just so you can see the dial more clearly. Oh boy. Having a little bit of difficulty here. There we go. Put this over here. The double dome sapphire crystal gives a vintage vibe. As you can see, it kind of sticks out a little bit there, while the unidirectional bezel and screw down crown reinforce its tool watch credentials, right? And that is a very stiff bezel. There is no back play whatsoever. Now that may change over time, but right now the action of that bezel is probably the nicest I've ever felt in a watch. And I've handled quite a few watches in my time. Just as an example, I got my Spinnaker 50 Phantoms. This bezel is nice, right? But it doesn't feel as solidly built as the Unimatic U1. It just doesn't. It feels a little, for lack of a better word, weaker, softer of a grab from each position, right? Just as an example, I know you can't have it in hand and see what I mean, but that's the best way I can describe it. The case back is engraved with the Unimatic signature Rosa di Vedi. I'm butchering that, I apologize, but it's basically a wind rose, right? I think there's a sticker on there I'm gonna take off really quick, which also give you the individual number that you get for this particular watch model. So now I'm going to zoom back out, put the strap back in there, and then I'm gonna throw her on wrist and see how she feels. Just as an example. This is how the 50 Phantom sits on wrist. It's nice, it stands a little tall, but not too tall. It definitely a little taller with that box sapphire crystal. So we're gonna take 50 Phantoms off, and we're gonna drop this one on. Now the NATO is solid. You could tell that they didn't skimp on quality when it comes to this NATO. One of the downsides is it's a pretty long strap, especially for my 6 3/4 inch wrist, but I could just easily tuck it. And it's not so bad, it's not sticking up. So as you can see, this watch is pretty big on me, but it is sitting higher than it normally would if it was wearing a leather strap, because the pass-through makes it stand a little taller. At 13.6 millimeters thick here and 49 millimeter lug to lug, it sits comfortably and works for most wrist sizes, I would think. It looks a little big on me, but not terribly so. It just looks big because I'm wearing a dress shirt and it has the NATO strap on there. The NATO strap is rugged and easy to swap thanks to the pass-through design. You could easily just remove it as I did before. And once the NATO is off of there, these pins are just easily removed if you have a removal tool. I do have a leather strap that I'm going to throw on here in a moment, just to see how it fits on the wrist comparatively. Now, the legibility on this watch is quite nice, with some C3 Superluminova on those indices. It glows pretty nice in low light. I'll show you that in a moment. Inside, you get a reliable Seiko NH35A automatic movement with a 41-hour power reserve, give or take, hacking seconds, and with that movement, you get a reputation for durability that meets hand in hand with this tool watch aesthetic. It's not a Swiss movement, but with this NH35, it's robust and it's easy to service. Most watch shops know how to work on an NH35 because they're so common, so it's definitely not a downside. Water resistance is rated at 300 meters, so this is a true dive watch, ready for anything from the pool to the ocean. Now, these watches, dive watches in general, normally aren't really used for diving anymore. There's wrist computers that are used for that, but if you're hiking or backpacking and you need to ford a river or whatever, cross a lake, if you want to be the adventurer, this is probably the watch for you. This thing feels outstanding in hand. Now I'm going to slide over to the pros and cons, because like with any watch, there's going to be pros and cons. So let's talk about it. As far as the pros are concerned, the minimalist design, robust build, reliable movement inside, strong water resistance, and that limited edition appeal. Even though these watches are constantly made, the unique numbering on the back makes it unique in its own way. These are all things that curry in its favor, right? Now, the cons. Now, I could easily say, just because there's no Swiss movement, it drops it a notch, right? Just about everybody in the industry of microbrand watches, not everybody, but a healthy majority, use Japanese NH35 and H34 style movements. It would have been nice to have the some kind of, I don't know, Salida movement in it, SW200, something like that, just so you could have this be a purely European watch. It would have been nice. But I'm sure it's to keep costs down so that it's more attainable for more people. I'm sure if they put that I'm sure if they put that Salida SW200 movement in it, like I just said, I'm sure it would kick the price up $200 to $300, because I'm fairly certain that's the cheapest you're going to find that movement for, is about $200. Whereas the NH35 you could probably pick up for around $60 to $80. So, you know, keeping the watch attainable for more people and understanding that the NH35 is more than capable of being a workhorse movement and being reliable, you know, I understand that choice. The minimalist style might not be for everyone, and these tend to sell out quite quickly. But if you have your ear to the ground, you could pick one up. I've seen them on Joma Shop from time to time. I know I've seen them on eBay, but it seems like the folks on eBay are trying to get their money's worth and more. Maybe they're folks like me that went to Europe, picked up the watch, and decided to make a buck off of it, so that, you know, they're trying to catch people that don't want to pay those import taxes. But if you're in Europe, if you're in Milan, you could visit that flagship store and pick one up for yourself. The VAT system did not work for me, so I did end up paying the taxes on it, but maybe you'll luck out and you could figure out how to get your taxes back when you're coming back into the States or Australia or wherever you're going home to. So as the final thoughts, okay, the U1 is a perfect example of what makes microbrands exciting. Unique design, solid engineering, and a sense of exclusivity without the luxury price tag, which was really holding me back for my entire trip in Europe. I could have easily pulled the trigger on a $2,000 watch and regretted it because, you know, I'm already going to Europe, traveling through Europe, spending money the entire time. You know, it's expensive to go to Europe. And I'm not saying that this is a $80 watch. By no means is this a cheap watch, but I also, again, I didn't spend $2,000 on a Swiss watch. I still ended up with an Italian watch while visiting Italy, and I'm happy with the choice. If you want a dive watch that stands out for simplicity and substance, the U1 is a fantastic choice. If I'm ever going into the water, this is the watch that I will be choosing. It will not be the 50 Phantoms, I hate to say. While this watch is beautiful and it is rated to, you know, dive, personally, I just wouldn't feel comfortable taking this diving, mostly because of that bezel. Damaging or risking damaging that bezel or the box sapphire crystal is just, there's too much risk in it. When you're putting on all that gear, you're diving, whatnot. Now, that's the whole point of this being a minimalist style tool watch. There's not much you can do to this that's going to take away from the look of it. It's a tool watch. It's beautiful, it's simple, it's got a great look. Now, a lot of people are probably going to dislike that there's not markers on the bezel. I understand. It still functions the way it should, right? If I'm trying to time a dive or whatever you're trying to time, right? If you're 2 hours away from that marker of your hour hand, you could just mark it, right? If you want to mark 15 minutes from, or 20 minutes, whatever, 30 minutes from the minute hand, you can do it. That pip still works. And I'm going to show you what the Lume looks like in a moment here. Again, I've never felt that good of a bezel action. That is truly incredible. I feel like they put a lot of work into making that smooth. Okay, So we're going to stop really quick. I'm going to close all the shutters and turn off the lights and whatnot. And then we're going to hit this with the UV flashlight and we're going to see what she looks like in the dark. Okay, I closed all the shutters and we're going to turn off these lights right here, these little display lights. And as you can see, it's already glowing from the light of my lamp, right? So now we're going to hit it with the UV. I'm going to let it charge a moment. I apologize for clearing my throat. I am still not feeling great, still a little sick, but there you go. There's the Lume for you. It is a green Superluminova. It is very clear, especially when it's first charged. That is one of the downsides of these indices. You can't see it quite as well on camera, but from the naked eye, I can tell these indices on the dial do fade much quicker than the hands. And I know that that's supposed to happen, right? Your hands on your watch are always supposed to be much brighter than the indices on your dial. It's a function that allows you to still read the time even when the dial is completely dark. Because, well, you know where it is on your watch. Now, if it's on a nightstand, right, and it's a pitch black room and you're trying to figure out the time, it's not going to be as easy, but at least that pip is holding strong as far as Lume is concerned. It does not disappoint, only in long-lasting dial longevity as far as the Lume is concerned. But the hands are nice and bright even now. I am going to turn the lights back on and I'm going to be quiet for a moment. This is something I typically do in my newer unboxing videos or review videos, where I'm going to wind this next to the microphone on me. Actually, I'm going to take the microphone. Oh, even better idea. And I'm going to place it down here, right, on the table, and I'm going to wind right next to it. Nice and quiet and smooth. This, it doesn't ratchet like I really like with older style watches, but, you know, not a big deal. It is a screw down crown, so back up a little bit, push down, and then make sure it catches without stripping those threads. And as you can see, it's screwed down, ready for 300 meters of pressure, or 300 meters of diving depth. So really quick, I'm going to pause it. I'm going to throw a leather strap on, and we're going to see how it looks. Okay, a quick swap over to the leather strap. This is an old leather strap that I had on my Flieger that I swapped for a brown leather strap after I changed the dial. But anyway, just to show you really quick, even the nylon strap that the Unimatic comes with is, it has function. As you can see, that says name, I believe, in Italian, not really sure, and then data, so maybe your phone number. So you can put your name and your phone number and hope that somebody is going to be a good neighbor and send you your watch if you lose it, if it happens to fall off. So now it's on the leather strap. I'm going to throw it on really quick. I am going to peel back this. There we go. Make it a little clearer. Okay. Easy and peasy. Now I probably will get a newer and a different leather strap than this one, but that works pretty well. I like it. it fits pretty well. The other Unimatic that I was thinking about, I don't quite remember the model name. I'll put a picture on the screen there so you could see it. It's their field watch, and it had completely flat lugs, and I tried it on. I couldn't do it. It felt like it was like wings sticking out on the side. I just couldn't. At least these are kind of curved. They do stick out a little, but I got a little wrist, and this watch is pretty beefy. It's pretty nice. I like it a lot. Anyway, that's it for me. This watch has not really disappointed other than that Lume. It is a really, really nice watch. So, let me know in the comments if you'd like to see more Microbrand unboxings, or if you have questions about the U1, or if you want to see another style of watch. Anyway, thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. I hope you had a great New Year's, a great holiday season, and yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to share this with your friends, family, and don't forget, you can make another watch enthusiast. Just talk about watches. Talk about your watches. Find an interesting watch rather than some other Rolex that somebody else has, at the country club right next to you. That's not really that interesting. Find an interesting watch. Make a story. Make a life story. I have never seen a Unimatic in person until I went to Milan. So I know that now that I'm here back in the United States, there's really not going to be too many people wearing a Unimatic. I like how unique that sounds. Anyway, thanks for joining me. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.